What's up, y'all? Come along with me as I sit down with the owner of Elephant in My Room, Tisha, as we go over what inspired her for this vintage boutique, and we even do a little shopping.
Y'all, what's up? Brandy here from DAYVII7, and we are here to interview the lovely Tisha from Elephant in My Room. Y'all, I'm so excited. I have been planning to come up here in DC for so long, and I finally made it up here. So I'm gonna get right into it. Now, Tisha, tell us where you're from, how you got started, and where you going.
Okay, it's a long story. My name's Tisha, guys. I'm from Henderson, North Carolina. I came to DC, went to Howard HU.
Okay.
Nah, you know.
It's the
real one.
Hey.
Like, no, I'm playing. I went to Howard. I studied marketing. During that time, I dabbled in like being a fashion blogger. So I had a fashion blog. I was always into accessories. I started an accessory business online. So it was called Coquettish. I just wanted something with my name in it. It was crazy. So I ran that. And I closed down because I was distracted with school. I've always loved vintage. I didn't know it was vintage at that time. My mom dragged me to yard sales, Salvation Army. That was like our only thrift store at the time. And so it was just in me. I didn't know that it was vintage. And so then I started selling on Poshmark, and I was trying to do the Ann Taylor's, J. Crew's, Madewell, things that I don't wear, things that I don't own, because I was like, I'm just trying to flip for profit. And when I tried vintage on Poshmark back then, it wasn't selling. So I was like, I'm going to create my own website. I've done it before. I'm going to do it again. And so that's what I did. And it's just evolved. It's evolved so much. And I'm so grateful for all the changes that's happening.
Yes.
5 years in the game.
5 years in the game, y'all.
Full time. Doing this full time. And it's been very humbling. It's been highs and lows. But I love it.
Now, Elephant in My Room. Yeah. Of course, you already know what that. How'd you get that name? I mean, obviously we know the elephant in the room, but like, how'd you get that name?
So I was a postpartum mom, and I felt like I had both my kids back to back. No families here, and so I was going through, the ups and downs with my kids' dad, things like that, and I just felt like I lost myself, my individuality, and so Elephant in My Room came about because I was like, I gotta address the elephant in my room, and it just stuck. And then I went back to blogging with it. So a lot of people don't. It's still up. I keep it up for myself, but it was a mom blog. So I was like trying to pivot. And I was like, this don't feel right. So then I took it back to the fashion, but I wasn't consistent. And then that's when I was like, I'm just gonna niche down, strictly focus on vintage, and you'll see my aesthetic is very loud, printed, colorful. Even if it's solid, you see all the buttons, the layering of accessories. So,
honey, we're gonna get that. Don't worry, we're gonna get that.
So I feel like whenever you are wearing, my goal is whenever you're wearing one of my pieces, you are, and you feel like the elephant in the room. You stand out. People see you. They may not say it, but they see you. And so that's what I curate for, and that's just been my thing ever since. Yes.
I love it. We're addressing the elephant in the room because you see this vintage.
We are. We're addressing it today.
So now we're gonna get into these clothes, y'all. As you can see, there is multiple patterns, flavors all up in here. So we're gonna get right into it.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, to have a vintage shop, you gotta go hunt for vintage pieces, okay? Now, Tisha, when you are out looking for pieces, what stands out to you the most? Like, when you walk into the store, what do you run to first?
It depends on my mood. It switches.
Okay.
So, and it depends on the store. Okay. So, certain locations, straight to the jewelry because they have the best gold tone vintage jewelry. It's not ridiculous in price. Right. Other locations, it's most likely blazers, pants. It really just depends. And this is something I guess you can take away. Just shopping, period. I would get overwhelmed in places like any store. It doesn't matter. I get overwhelmed. So instead of me combing through every piece, if it catches my eye, I'm just gonna pull it out. So that's kind of how I shop. And now, since I've been doing this for so long, I recognize shoulder pads. I know what silk feels like, leathers, rayon. So it makes it a lot easier. But I just do a quick little yank.
You gotta have the eyes. Pretty much what you're saying. Yeah. I mean, obviously, when it comes to vintage, we don't really stick to trends. We don't really do trends. Yeah. However, how do you incorporate your vintage pieces with trends going on?
That's a great question. So one of my favorite things to do is troll Zara, Mango, troll everybody's favorite modern brand, and just show you that, hey, this piece is vintage, but Zara's selling this remake, and it's the identical thing. This is an example. I had the spaghetti strap version, actually sold it, but imagine this top, but with the spaghetti strap. This is an example of what Zara was selling on their website just 3 weeks ago. It's probably still there, but
wow, and she got it here.
Yeah, and this is vintage. So
And quality is probably way better.
for sure. I do follow the trend report. This drop right here. So this rack is always switched out. It's what I call my feature rack.
Okay.
This is an academia drop. So right now the plaids, the schoolgirl looks, the suiting, all that's real trendy. Is back in style is what people are pulling for. So this is what this drop reflects. Vintage academia. So everything's loud and printed out there. You come in, tone it down, and it's everyone's different.
Talking about patterns, colors, bright colors.
Yeah.
When it comes to sourcing neutrals, what stands out to you when it comes to sourcing neutrals?
It has to be like an elevated basic.
Okay.
So like a button detail, maybe a silk, maybe a crop situation, something unique about it where it's just not, oh, it's a plain brown something.
Okay.
Give us an example.
Yeah, so for example, this right here is made of vintage linens. It's an upcycle rework piece.
Ooh.
So, and it's real cute on. It's cropped. Of course, a vintage corset.
Come on. Hey,
If you don't have one, get you one.
Listen,
Okay?
and the vintage ones are tea.
Yeah, they look so good.
Ah.
It's a staple. I have mine. I have them in black, white. So just things like that, things that I will pull for.
So not only does she have like vintage clothes and jewelry, she also has vintage vinyls and vintage furniture and accessories. Go, tell us details about that. Tell us.
So fortunately I've been in a collective of other vintage curators, and so that has made me learn and tap into industry I'm not normally in. So clothes is that's my lane. But I have a record player now, so taking it back to the LP. So just our classic, our oldies but goodies. So Patti LaBelle, just things my parents would listen to. Bobby Womack, Isley Brothers. I actually got the Marvin Gaye and the, or maybe might have sold, but I've got different ones.
Yo,
Earth, Wind and Fire. Yes.
These are for sale,
Yeah.
by the way. Just so y'all know.
Not my personal. I do keep some of my. I finally added Tina Turner to my personal collection, y'all. I got Prince in my personal collection.
I wouldn't even let people know I have a Prince vinyl, okay? Because people pay money for that.
For
Y'all
sure. Green, home vintage.
Girl, we just stepped back in time. Look at, girl, we at Nana house.
Yes.
We are at Nana's house. Girl.
by this time, y'all, it had turned into a girlfriend's meetup. We did a little kiki, a little shopping. But thanks for watching. Bye.